everyone. I hope that you guys are doing well today. So I have Mr. Miles over here and Arlo. I am dog sitting for a little while, and Arlo is a black lab and he just does not want to leave you alone whatsoever, and he'll follow me into every single room, so no matter where I go, he's just always there. But anyway, I wanted to change Miles and make a little bit of a video since I had a little bit of extra time today. So here is the onesie that I am going to be changing him into. It's way too big for him. I got this one in 6 months for some reason. Sometimes I'll find things from Once Upon a Child and I'll just be like, oh, that's really cute, and I won't even look at the size. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, and then I just have some accessories to go with it because sometimes I think just a plain onesie can be too plain. I don't know. I'm weird. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about a subject that's kind of been sort of on and off my mind for the last couple months, and I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys think about it. So it's kind of just relating to popularity on social media. And is it better to kind of have a bigger following or a smaller following? And of course, this is going to be different for everyone, which is why I am very excited to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. And before I start, I just want to say that I've kind of been in both places, so I have a good point of view from each. So of course, when I first started out, I didn't know anyone. Of course, I was brand new, and I slowly built up my follower base, and then, around 4 or 5 years ago, I would say it peaked, and I started gaining a ton of followers at once. I got up to 4,000 subscribers extremely quickly, and then I kind of just stopped making videos, stopped taking as many pictures on Instagram, and kind of lost a little bit of interest in the hobby. Of course, it wasn't just an immediate shut off and shut on, but I kind of took a little bit of a break, and so I think that I sort of lost a lot of active followers within that process, and I was kind of left with a lot of accounts that didn't really exist anymore. So even though I still have bigger numbers, I would say that my account is really small at this point in time. And so I'm kind of back where I first started, and it's kind of a weird and interesting thing because, you get to experience, highs and lows in it, and a lot of people aren't in this hobby long enough to kind of experience those waves, and so yeah, I just wanted to talk about it with you guys. So kind of first off, what are the pros and cons of having a really big follower base? So I feel when I first started getting a ton of followers at once, I was just so incredibly excited because I was meeting all of these new people. I was making so many friends because I had a better outreach, and so more people knew about me. And kind of through that, you just meet more people and you find more people that you can relate with. And I'm still friends with some of those people today, honestly, even though they don't collect dolls anymore. I still talk to them periodically. So I think that that's really cool. You just make so many good relationships the more people that you bring into a social media account. And, through that, you kind of get a support system. Even if you're not friends with everyone, you make a video and you get so many people saying oh my gosh, that was so helpful. Thank you. Your dolls are so cute. You're so amazing. That video was the coolest video I've ever seen. You're so creative. Hearing that, words really do matter, even through the internet, you guys. It feels so good to be supported by such a large group of people, and being able to support a large group of people, because when you make videos, you're sort of making them for yourself, but you're also making them to either help or entertain other people. And so, it's nice to kind of have that support and that feeling of kind of like mutual friendship or mutual acquaintance in a way, kind of through that community and that really big follower base. And yeah, it feels really good. So thank you all who do take your time to write out those comments or to like my video, because I do go through and I do read my comments, as a lot of you probably have gathered, because I do like replying to as many people as I possibly can. And yeah, it feels really good to like go through all those and read them. You guys are just so amazing and so supportive. And that's even, I guess, with a smaller follower base. I guess when you just have more people, you get more. I don't really know how to like describe that. But you also, you kind of, through a really big follower base, as I was like saying, since you get all those comments, you kind of get a lot of like gratification. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, 600 people liked my last video. That's amazing. Like, you try to think of like, in a room, what would 600 people really look like, just like, watching you and supporting you. And I feel like that's like an odd feeling, but like it does really feel good. But kind of like going off what I said about like responding to the comments and everything, when you have a really big follower base, you just can't talk to everybody. And even though you might read a lot of the comments and you will feel very supported by the people who constantly do comment, it's hard because you want to be able to kind of talk to everyone who takes the time to talk to you, but it's just not possible. So I feel like it's kind of nice because when you're first starting out and you don't really have a whole lot of people, it's a little bit easier to kind of make those like intimate relationships with your follower base, because you can take the time to respond to people. I was like watching someone's video and they're like, oh, I probably get about like 100 DMs every single day, just like people who have questions or like want to talk to me, they're new in the community, such and such. Like, I totally would have the time to like respond to one, which is maybe what I get once a month, is like one DM. But no one has the time to respond to that many, so it's kind of a hard thing when when you have a huge follower base. It doesn't feel like you have as intimate of a connection with your followers. So we're kind of getting into the cons here. Also, I feel like Arlo, you are just getting hair everywhere. He is just so cute, and sorry, I am going to veer off for a minute, but this morning, I like starting my day with yoga, especially since I'm like a little bit stiff after sleeping. And so I rolled it out, and he has just been laying on it all day. Like, I could barely do yoga because he just wanted to be on the mat. So definitely gonna have to clean that later. But anyway, that's a little bit off topic. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so when you have a really big follower base, you don't have as intimate of a collection or as a connection with other people. And so a lot of people who don't know you very well will push you to do things that you might not necessarily want to do, and not in a bad way, but I noticed that when I was doing a lot of role play, people would be like, oh, I want another day in the life, we need another morning routine, do a night routine, please do a changing of this baby. And you want to kind of please everyone, because they are giving you that support that is very nice and very enjoyable. But when you feel like you have to make a video instead of actively wanting to make a video, it really will start to take the enjoyment out of it. It kind of sucks, but I feel like that is kind of what happened to me. Is I, started out making very creative roleplay videos, and then people were constantly more, and that's good. I'm happy about that. I was happy about that, but it just feels really overwhelming when that's not really what you want to do, and you'd prefer to do other things on your channel. Which is why I thought it was really great when I got back that I was like, hey, I'm kind of starting over again with videos. I can make whatever I want. And I've been really, really happy and satisfied making these chat videos with you guys because I feel like I can really spend time with my doll instead of the camera. Because when you're making a roleplay video, I mean, it obviously looks like you're spending a lot of time with your doll, but you're just spending so much more time like setting up camera angles, getting props, editing. It's so much work. And especially when it's not something that you actively want to do and you feel like you have to do, it feels like even more work. And you know, and then you put all of that effort into a video that people kept requesting and everything. And then you still get rude comments. And I mean, of course, it happens to everyone's channel, but I feel like you happen to get more rude comments when you're a little bit more popular in the community and you have a bigger follower base, because those are the videos that get randomly recommended to people, or they'll randomly find you on Instagram, and a lot of people just don't really understand the hobby, and they'll just be super disrespectful for no reason. And of course the good really outweighs the bad, right? You know, usually I get like 100 good comments and 1 bad, and you just can't let that affect you too much. I mean, I typically just delete them. But it's still like after a while, you know, it just kind of gets emotionally exhausting. And you know, and it's not, the sad thing is it's not always from people outside of the community. People who have a bigger follower base in this community get bullied way more often than smaller accounts because more people know about them, and it's really sickening almost, because it's just like, why, this is such a good, happy, positive thing, and yet like you're just going to go out of your way to make a video to make fun of someone's doll or make fun of someone's video, or you know, anything. It's just, it's so silly to me. But anyway, now I'm kind of just rambling. But yeah, so I feel like when, you know, when you guys first start a channel, a lot of people, especially I've noticed the younger population in the Reborn community, really want to build that follower base, and they want to be very popular on YouTube, and they want to make the best videos, and I think that is so fantastic. That's so ambitious. That's great. But just don't forget, you know, that there are some negative things that will come with it, and just realize how truly important it is to kind of stay true to yourself. Don't let the negative comments affect you. Don't let people pressure you into doing things that you want to do, because the best videos will always come out of you being creative and having fun with it. If you're not having fun, then other people aren't either. But with that being said, I don't think that it's wrong to want a big follower base at all. So you shouldn't feel greedy or anything like that. Having a big support system is absolutely wonderful, and I hope that all of you newbies trying to build your accounts have a lot of fun doing so and make a lot of friends along the way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was kind of a short changing, so that was mostly just like you staring at Miles and like Arlo's cute little butt the whole entire time. But I hope it was helpful for anyone new, and for you guys who have been here a long time. How do you feel about it? Do you wish that you had a bigger follower base? Do you have one and you kind of feel like you're drowning in it a little bit, or you know, kind of what's going on with you guys? But anyway, I hope that you are all staying safe and healthy, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. All right, bye-bye.